of Shaun of the Dead, there's a scene where Simon walks to the store and back when the zombies are first taking over. It's like a 3-minute shot, and the joke of the shot is that you know, he doesn't see the zombies, but we do. They keep getting more and more in the background, and he goes into the store, buys something, comes out, goes back home. And that was the first slate that we did of that shoot. It was the first shot that we did. And because it was a low-budget film, we also didn't have the streets locked off. So out of the corner of every frame are these, and also legally you're not allowed to restrict anybody. You can't, if somebody wants to come through, you cannot even touch them, otherwise you'll get sued. So there's some poor runner going, please, we're just doing a take, we're just doing a take. And like, I think we'd done one take that was really good, except for one guy, this drunk guy who was just not having it, just walked straight through and went, fuck you. Like literally, I'm sorry. Says, please be aware they're under 18s.
There literally is, I thought you were joking. It actually says that. Please be aware that many members of your audience may be under 18 years of age and clearly have not been exposed.
Nothing they haven't heard before. So, guys, you've got a lot to learn. There's some bad words out there. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. There are young kids, they don't say Edgar Wright said it was okay to say fuck.
In England, it's not a bad word. but you know what? Is that adrenaline that you're talking about is almost addictive.
Yeah.
And there's something perverse when you're directing about it, knowing that the odds are that you're going to fall. And you just keep on going, and everybody tells you not to do it, and you just keep on doing it. And in Children of Men, we had 12 days to shoot that action scene in the war at the end, and we were losing the location after the 12th day. At the end of the 10th day, we had to start shooting. We were still prepping, and it's when all the studio starts flying. Starts going. First goes like the physical production guy that arrives, then 2 days later is the creative executive, and then when the head of the studio comes to visit you, then you know that.
Which is really helpful. And really takes the pressure off.
Yeah, I was going to say, Alfonso, what do they say? Are they like, yeah, just checking things out, or are they like...
No, they start suggesting, why don't you start shooting inserts as well? Yes. Why don't you have the second unit covering this as well now?
Yeah, yes.
And you know, and then...
They just like the camera.
It's like, there you go.
Yeah. Didn't you have like happy accidents? Didn't you have something on that shot towards the end of Children of Men where there was a blood splat on the lens? And then, I mean...
There was supposed to be a blood splat in the car that we were going to add digitally. And at the end, day 11 came and there were accidents, so we couldn't complete the shot. And the problem is that you could do only 2 takes a day, because all the redress and bullet hits and all of that stuff.
Yeah, because it's not just let's go again, you've got to...
No, you have to, it was just, if you were lucky, or twice a day.
Resetting squib.
And then the last day, and we were losing the location the next day. The last day, in the morning, everything was great, but the operator fell down, so we only have 1 more shot. And that's the moment when I thought, okay, this is the end. I mean, that was the end of my career.
He's sweating right now. He's reliving.
Absolutely.
No, but the thing that you're talking about is that we were shooting the last take, everything goes great, and then as an accident, the blood spills into the lens. And stupidly, I started yelling, cut! But there was an explosion, so nobody heard. And Chivo Lubezka, the cinematographer, he just kept on doing like this. And so we kept on going, and there was this amazing adrenaline at the end, everybody congratulating everybody, and I said, yes, but there was a splash on the lens. And Chivo turns to me and says, you idiot, that's the miracle. And it's when we realized, yes, of course, we have the lens, the blood splash in that scene and not in the other scene.
That's amazing. I can't believe it. You almost stopped it. Good thing you didn't do it.
No, I stopped. I'm that stupid.
It's 2 miracles. The explosion is the second miracle.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That means you're now a saint. 2 miracles.
I'm the sinner. She was the saint.
Mark, did you have any happy...
You know, I think sort of you know, on the new one, like, you know, the whole film is set in one night, and we shot the film in 12 weeks, which is, you know, about the same as Hot Fuzz. And, you know, it's something where, like, it's really grueling. It's a real sort of marathon, and like you're shooting kind of like a month of nights. But it like tends to add to the performances in a way. And when you're actually making it, I think that's the thing, is that sometimes you're making thinking, oh my God, is it possible to be funny at -20? You know, standing outside doing kind of scenes. And then when you watch it back, you realize that it's really adding to the characters are getting desperate and more drunk and more crazy things are happening. And it's starting to add to you know, the performances. There was one thing in the film where Simon does a stunt where he jumps over this bar, and after like the third take, I could see that he sort of like, he was wincing, and I said, "You okay?" And he goes, "Yeah." And I said, "You okay to do another take?" He goes, "Yeah," like that. And then we did another like 5 takes, and then the next day he goes, "Yeah, I went to the doctor's, I've broken my hand." And because he was a producer.
It's a happy accident.
Yeah. But it wasn't a happy accident. But it was the thing of like, because he's one of the producers as well, he knew that he couldn't tell anybody because he knew that would be like rap. So Simon, being one of the producers, kind of just suffers in silence for the rest of the night, and then has to wear a cast for the rest of the movie, which he still has other fights to do as well. So he still did one more fight where he had this black cast, and then just before the take, he'd take it off. So like, if the actors look authentically beat up in the movie, it's because they were. Well, but credit to them that none of them, like, they're all like sort of such pros, and they really want to push it as far as they can. And there is that thing, especially when stunt guys are around, there's always that kind of, you know,
Macho.
Like, yeah, there's that sort of, the actors always want to show off to the stuntmen, so that just keeps raising the stakes of what they'll do and how far they'll go. And I mean, wait till you see Nick Frost in the film, he's just insane in the fight scenes.
At the very least, at least he couldn't make fun of your accent.
I had to do the last 3 films I've shot in the UK, in this country. And here you're more used to my accent, I guess, just because we're, you know, Mexico's border with the United States. But over there, people end up doing what they think I said, not what I said. And actually, it's very interesting how that works.
Well, let's open it up to the audience. You guys have some questions?